This live broadcast, it is another opportunity to, be with us today and to talk to us. It's a privilege. I always count it a privilege to always talk with us. As always, especially those of you who are on the path of truth. I will always appreciate you at all times because it is it is really my opportunity to work with you as always. My name is Kelechi Ambrose, and this is Truth Channel Network. Truth Channel Network. Of course, you know what it means when you talk about truth. Truth is a constant. A constant. It's constant. It cannot be. Well, welcome to today's broadcast. Today is the 9th day of June 2024. Today is Sunday, the first day of a new week, according to the Gregorian calendar. This is 1:23 my time, which is 2:23 Biafra time. I thought I was going to be here 1 p.m. Biafra time, but I had some delays. But I want to appreciate you guys and those of you who are here right now. I want to appreciate you and those who are going to watch later. We are looking at the issue of, I know most of us are in church. Most of us have gone to the place of worship where we call churches, and some of us are having a good time wherever we are and maybe relaxing with your family and preparing yourself for the new week. It's good to have all of that been done. And I say, may God crown your new week. May God bless you as you plan. Those of you who seek something better, those of you who don't have anything based on this economic situation and the hard times that we are in, may God provide for you. May God help you to find an opportunity that will be of great help to you. Please look up, believe in God, trust God, walk towards it. Don't just sit down and pray. Some of you will go to places of worship today where they're going to tell you just go pray, fast. They'll give you programs of fasting to go and pray. They'll tell you to come during the week to the ministry to pray and fast and to seek for God to help you to get a job or to get something doing or send you a contract or something. Please, all those things don't work. You can pray, but go out there and seek for something good to do. Go there, pray. When you finish praying, believe that God will lead you and direct you. Then you move out. Don't just sit down somewhere. They tell you to come to the church. They put you under fasting for 7 days or 14 days, and then they tell you you have a family problem. You have some demons following you from your childhood or something, or your parents or somebody is a demon, and some family people don't want you to prosper, and they keep you there praying and fasting, and you keep giving the little you have as offering to them. Please go all out there and find something for yourself. Think of something, create an idea, be of service to humanity. No matter what you begin with, no matter the kind of service you have to offer now, whether it looks like not lucrative, whether it's like something that doesn't befit your standard, just go all out there and do what you have to do, and you'll see God will begin to bring the big one that belongs to you to you. That is what you should do. Please don't allow yourselves to be manipulated and deceived at the places of your places of worship where you go today. They are there for their own gains because they know you need God. You want to pray, you want to ask God, you want to seek God, you are longing for God. So they capitalize on your vulnerability. There's nothing wrong with longing for God. I long for God. I pray, I worship, I do my prayers, and I believe in God totally. In fact, 1000% and more. But I make sure that I follow after God's program for my life, not dictated by somebody who calls himself a pastor or whatever he calls himself at a particular time or whatever he calls himself in any place. I go according to God's word and I seek God for myself. So please, let's do that. This week will be a blessing if you do that. Don't get yourselves manipulated by anybody. I want to welcome you to this broadcast. We were looking yesterday at the easiest way to get our freedom, and I tried to open our minds first to the first narrative of this whole concept. First, you must understand the basis of anything. When you have a base helps you to plan aright. The first thing you set whenever you want to do anything tangible in life is to have a base. What is a base? The fundamental plan. Now, you must understand where you're going by the source of what you are planning or what you want to achieve through the source. Now, the source of freedom, as I told us yesterday, is truth. So, as Biafrans or as Africans, wherever we are in the nations of the world, where we are suffering, going through so many things, experiencing lots of terrible things, as it is happening in Sudan, Somalia, Democratic Republic of Congo, and other places. You know, as people like Niger Republic, people in Niger Republic, people in Mali and other places, Burkina Faso, are seeking for to get it right for themselves. There must be this understanding of fundamental truth. That is why Niger Republic and other people are seeking to separate from the colonial masters. They are doing everything possible. Rather, they want to cling or relate with Russia rather than to relate with France and all of that. As long as you keep on connecting to your slave masters, their intention is to still keep taking what belonged to you, which they have been taking before you thought you had a freedom, or before you thought you had an independence. The slave master always wants to take from you what he always takes from you. As long as you have that connection and they still determine your operations, your economic progress, or your economic activities, your political activities, they will keep you in colonization or colonize you still under the narrative called neo-colonialism. That is colonizing you economically, politically, and controlling you, even if you don't suspect that they're controlling you. And so we must understand that the first thing is to separate our minds from that, or our personality, or who we are, from the colonial program. And that first comes with the understanding of where we are going as a people. And that is understanding the narrative of truth. The only thing that can happen to you that is real and that is positive and that will help you to succeed is when you understand and you have an evidence of a narrative that leads you to where we are going. You are going. For instance, let me give you this instance. When Israel was going to be led out of Egypt, when they were in Egypt suffering, God called somebody like Moses, and God gave him evidences he's going to prove to the people to show that he is the one directing them. He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is a God of miracles. So he makes him experience some miracles. Moses threw the rod on the ground and it turned to snake, and he took it by the tail and became the rod again. He puts his hand in his pocket, it became leprous. He puts it again inside God's house and put it inside again in your pocket. He brings it out, it became normal, like a baby. And God shows him this miracle. He said, now I'm going to send you to Pharaoh, and when you get there, I'm going to show you some stuff, tell you what to do, so that Pharaoh will know that it is I, Jehovah, or Jehovah, or Chukwokike, that is sending you. And when he got there, Moses and the Pharaoh demanded to know who that God is, and Moses showed the power of God for 10 times before Israel was allowed to leave. Now, the same way also, you must find out evidences. When the children of Israel asked Moses, who is sending you for God? He said, God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, show us the sign. They told him, show us the sign. Today, how many of you are asking for signs? How many of you are looking for signs? You follow people who claim to be fighting for freedom for you on your behalf. You just follow them sheepishly. What is the sign? Today, we believe in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we followed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because we have seen the signs in his life. What are the signs? In fact, the signs got to the climax when he was kidnapped from Kenya. When he was kidnapped in Kenya, tortured for 8 days, and was brought back, he still stood his ground on the path of truth. He never collected a dime from the enemies. He never joined forces. He never joined the criminals or make people start going after criminality. He never endorsed criminality. He never supported anybody who is a criminal. He made sure he stood on the path of truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still keeps talking about the truth until now. That is the sign you need. Now, if you look at everyone right now who is claiming, including the criminal in Finland and other people under the auspices of the DOS, of course, I told you that DOS is not their birthright. DOS is an office created by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under IPOB, in which these ones are employed to serve under that office. That as long as they err in that office, they are not qualified. They will be removed when Mazi Nnamdi comes. He's going to remove them, and I believe that for sure, because I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands on the path of truth. For what he is doing in the DSS dungeon, standing on the path of truth, refusing to collect the billions of dollars and all of that they are promising him, and the monies they are promising him, and the positions they are promising him, he refused to take them, and he still keep talking about freedom, total freedom of his people, and the freedom of his people from the British contraption called Nigeria. That is an evidence and a sign that he is truly the one we should follow. And so when he comes, he's going to do justice to that. Now, we have seen the signs in his life. The last time he appeared in court in May, is in May 20th or so, he laid it out. He said, I can't be tried because what I'm seeking for is the freedom of my people, and I cannot be tried. Anybody who tries me is a terrorist. He said it critically. Now, he's saying it because he has not given up on the quest for freedom. If he had given up on the quest of freedom, you know that by now the government of Tinubu would have said, okay, let's talk business. Because these are criminals, they are business people. So they will call him for business, and then they seal up the business, and then they'll tell you, we have pardoned him. But look at the Attorney General. Attorney General of the Federation doesn't even understand his powers as an Attorney General, whether he understands it or he's pretending not to understand it. Now, the Attorney General said something so funny. When under the law, his powers, he has the discretion, he has the power to execute this discretional right to free anybody who is a prisoner and who has been found and whom the state is prosecuting. And later they found out that this, for the interest of peace and all of that, that person must be freed, even if the case is in court. The Attorney General is saying to you that the case is in court, so he doesn't want to meddle with it. He doesn't want to get involved in what is in court. Whereas Showere's case also is in court, yet they freed him. But when it comes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the case is in court. He doesn't want to, interrupt the court process. How? That tells you that this is just about sentiment and the tribe involved. So I've lost connection also. Anybody all over the nations of the world fighting Biafra's freedom is fighting their own freedom. I've lost connection. I'm seeing connection lost, so I'm trying to wait for the connection to be restored. Biafra portends freedom for everybody because Biafrans are naturally leaders of Africa. Whether you believe it or not, that's the truth. Biafrans are leaders of Africa. Check it out. Our progress, our programs, our activity, leaders of Africa. If that nation is not free, that is why we are seeking. Don't say anything that would. Okay, I hope the connection is restored because I saw connection lost. I don't know what is wrong with the network today, but the network is seeming to be dancing today. Now, so if the freedom of Africa begins with Biafra freedom, then what can we do to be free? That becomes the big question. What can we do to be free? What can we do to be free? What are we doing that is still keeping us away from freedom? What will we do that would not make us free? These are the three questions we must ask ourselves. What can we do to be free? What are we still doing that is still keeping us where we are and we're not yet free? What do we do or would we do that would make has been restored? I don't know what happened. There is a massive problem with the network connection, but I pray it gets stable so that we can continue. Now, what we shouldn't do if we don't, if we want to get our freedom, what we shouldn't do if we want to get our freedom, what we shouldn't do. Now, let me tell you what you shouldn't do if you want to get your freedom. One, don't follow blindly. Don't just follow because somebody is screaming Biafra. See, let me tell you something. All of these guys that are, dominating the media now, the criminal in Finland, the Chinansa, and all those people using DOS as a cover because Mazin Namdekanu instituted DOS, and so they want to use as a cover to make you keep believing that they are standing on the path of truth. For the fact they are still occupying that office doesn't mean that they are on the path of truth, because everything they have done so far has proven that they are fighting for their own selfish programs. You see what happened in the Anambra election in 2022. You see what happened in Imo State election. You see how they have been, migrating from one political party to the other, seeking relevance with the politicians, making monies from the politicians, helping the politicians to campaign and all of that. For the fact that somebody is a member of the DOS doesn't mean that the person is on the path of truth. The DOS is an office, as I told you, Directorate of States, an office. It is not an individual. So anybody who is on the DOS office might also err, and when the time comes, they will be removed. So now don't just follow people. Everyone today, including the criminal in Finland, Nena, and all those people, as long as Mazin Namdekanu is not part of that DOS now, the DOS is not moving forward. They are not on the path of truth. They are seeking for their selfish ends because they have killed some people. They have engaged in shedding blood, the blood of people. They have done lots of things against the will of Mazin Namdekanu, including the criminal in Finland, who have seen also it as an opportunity to also take advantage of the people. So everyone must know, don't just follow blindly. You don't need to, screaming water does not help you. It doesn't mean that you're on the path of truth. Don't follow blindly. If you want us to have our freedom, 1, don't follow blindly. 2, remain with the doctrines and the narrative of Mazin Namdekanu. Check his lifestyle. Check everything he's going through now. Everything Mazin Namdekanu is going through now is a book for you to read, to know how to stay on the path of truth, and for you to know who is on the path of truth and who is actually doing what they're supposed to do. Mazin Namdekanu is the fundamental book right now. If you are not reading him aright, then you are just following people blindly. Everything Mazin Namdekanu represents today is a proof of his doggedness and his truthful stance in this pursuit for freedom. Mazin Namdekanu is the only evidence you have now of truth, of justice, and of right standing on the path of truth. Mazin Namdekanu is the only evidence. So any other person now you are seeing, every other thing they're doing, none of them are standing on the path of truth. I tell you that. So all you need to do now is to disconnect, stop funding them, and wait for Mazin Namdekanu to be out. That's what, because as long as we are here right now, and as long as things are, everything has been put on hold for a long time. If you don't know, everything you are seeing, all this mishmash, all this balderdash, all this rubbish going on social media are just programs to keep stealing from you. So these are the things you need to do, you should do, or you shouldn't do if we must get our freedom. Don't follow blindly. Don't allow yourselves to be manipulated. Don't fund criminals. Look out for truth. Now let's look at what we need to do to get our freedom. Let's look at it critically. Now let me tell you, I mentioned some stuff yesterday. Let me now elaborate on them. You see, our young people, the youths, are the instruments for violence or for peace. Every young person is either representing peace, or is neutral, or is part of the criminals and violent. Everything that is going on in the land is carried out perpetrated by the youths. The criminality, the truthfulness, the neutrality. All of these are features of young people. It is always the young people that execute these 3 things. Some are neutral, some are on the path of crime, some are on the path of legality. So these 3. Now, we have lots of people who are neutral, who don't want trouble amongst the youths. Now we have lots of people also who are on the path of truth, but they are not as much as those who are neutral. Then we have a few also that are criminals that can influence, if we don't take time, those who are neutral. Because those who are neutral because sometimes the reason why they are neutral is because they are afraid of pain. They don't want to be hurt. They don't want to do something and they just want to, I don't want trouble, or let me just stay on my own. Because they don't know what it means to be dogged and to sacrifice for a cause based on the service to humanity. Some of these attitudes come from their background and their upbringing, because they grew up in a family where people are indifferent to things that are truthful in the system. You'll see something will happen in the compound or something. It's rather than them saying the truth, they don't want to offend the person who has committed a crime. They just want to be neutral. Or they have parents who are very, very callous, who don't want to take responsibility for anything. They grow up in such kinds of circumstances and they end up becoming cowards and following after cowardice. I don't know what's going on with my let me check. I saw a message here now. Somebody wrote AO says, good afternoon, Mazi. He said, I don't know why Pastor Livingstone is calling you criminal. Is he calling me criminal? I've not seen any of his broadcasts. If he's calling me a criminal, then that means he wants me to come out and expose him, because I have lots of evidence that he's actually the criminal. If he can call me a criminal, then he's a criminal, because let him prove evidence that I'm a criminal. Because I actually fought against their criminality, and that is why we stopped working together. They decided to leave. I didn't leave. They are the ones who said they don't want to be part of the group anymore, because I stood my ground and said this criminality will not work. We had a meeting and I stood my ground. I said this criminality will not work. So they decided to quit, because the group was supposed to suspend them for their behaviors and what they did. And they said they now decided to quit because the people suggested they have to be suspended. They have to go on suspension. And I also lent my voice and said they have to be suspended. So if he's calling me a criminal, then he has to prove why he's calling me a criminal, and I can prove why he's a criminal. I have a lot of. I decided not to talk about them, but if they want to come out and begin to say these kinds of things, then I will come out for them. So if you have something, I don't know if you have something to show. I don't know whether they blocked me so that I don't see their broadcast, so that they can say anything and I will not respond to it. I think that's what they did, because I discovered that I'm no more seeing them on social media. So maybe they have blocked me so that whatever they say behind me, I don't hear it. Thank you for giving me this information. I'll try to look out. And if you have any information also, please, if you can post it to me, I'll be glad, on WhatsApp, the number on WhatsApp, I'll be glad to have that stuff posted. Let me see if I can find a number. Okay, you can post it to my WhatsApp number. Let me post my WhatsApp number here so that you can forward it to me, and then I think there's a WhatsApp number, so let me post it here. And then, so that's the number. Just send it to me on WhatsApp on this number. Let me see who is calling me a criminal. I don't know why human beings are just so terrible. Let me not say anything anyways, until I get the evidences. I don't want to say anything. So thank you for that information anyways. So let's go back to the broadcast. Let's go back to the broadcast. I've seen this E-Frog. This E-Frog is here again today. Oh, E-Frog, you're welcome. I like you guys who are representing Simon to be here, so that you can be hearing the gospel of the night. I think this person must be Simon. This person must be Simon. He uses fake accounts. He has lots of fake accounts. So, Simon, you're welcome. All right. So now some people are sitting on the fence. They are neutral on everything. Some of them grew up in that circumstance. In their families, they tend to have parents also, or in their line, they are not always wanting to say the truth. They always want to be politically correct. They don't want to offend anybody. Hey, good to have you. Thank you so much for joining. They don't want to offend anybody. So they don't want to be here. They don't want to tell the people who did wrong that they have done wrong. They don't want to tell the people who did right that they have done right. They just want to be everybody's friend. So that is why we have so many people who always sit on the fence. They tell you, they see evil. They know it's evil, but they will say, me, I don't want trouble. Me, they don't say, me talk about. Me, I don't want. I just did my own. Make we just their own. Make anything. Make we just. We don't want trouble for this place. So That is how I had lots of them. In fact, on the accountability and transparency group, when we were together, lots of them were like that. There are some people that, in fact, there's one particular person whom through that person, I got the information about the issue of Ngozi Rabueze and all of that, and the as a Nigeria agent. That person is always not wanting trouble. She just want to be neutral. She doesn't want to say something. Please, make the notion me talk about. If you are that kind of person, then you are dangerous. And that is why it is easier for them to always fall to the side, because they would always say things they're not supposed to say, such kinds of people. And so they know that those who are on the path of evil are very rugged. So they will always fall by the side of those ones who are doing the evil. They'll tell you, Mazen Amikano said that anybody who knows what to do to bring Biafra should do to bring Biafra. Is that what it means? You see how our people are reasoning? They reason. They lack intellectual reasoning. Somebody will just tell you, Mazen Amikano said that anybody who knows what to do to bring Biafra should do it. Is that what it means? Did you listen to him, the way he was talking and how he analyzed what he was analyzing before he made that statement? Does it mean that when he makes that statement, that means anybody could just jump in and do anything, and then you believe that that person is fighting for freedom? And for the fact that people are saying we are going to be free, we are fighting for freedom, does it mean they are actually fighting for freedom? It's just like most of the religion telling you that this is going to happen. They are religion of truth, religion of this, religion of that, and all of that. And yet, he said you wanted to be using Biafra to defraud people. He said your target is to look for money to buy a bus. He said because of your criminality, that is why he decided not to work with you. Now, this is a very funny talk. If Livingstone is saying that kind of thing as a pastor that he claims to be, then he's just shameless. He's very, very shameless. Because an elderly man, if he doesn't have anything to offer, he should just get out of the scene. We don't want people who don't... he's the one who is talking about boss. Now, what has boss got to do with this matter? He said because of your criminality, that is why they decided not to work with you. How can they decide to work with me without by my criminality, when they are the ones who wanted to suspend and they ran away? Ego can bear witness. Ego is here. She was in the meeting. In fact, she was the chair of the meeting. Their criminality was pointed to them, and they ran away because they didn't want to be suspended. And now he's coming to tell me that because of my criminality, that's why they decided not to work with me. How can you not work with me when you are the one that's the criminal? If you are not a criminal, then why are you running away? Why did you want to run away from the group? Because the group brought their matters on the table. Ego was the chair of the meeting. They brought their matters on the table. We decided that they are being criminal by their attitude and actions. And we said they have to go on suspension. And they ran away. They said, I have the records. I have the records of the meeting. So if they want me to start publishing, I even have records of so many things Livingstone was saying against me. This is a man who claimed to be a pastor, yet he cannot stand on the path of truth. I was saying against a particular stuff that Prince was doing was wrong and was right. He knew that I was on the path of truth. He refused because he doesn't want to offend Prince and other people. He was now backbiting me. He couldn't come all out and say what Prince is wrong. I faced him because such kinds of people who dance here and dance here are dangerous. So I faced him. I called him out. When I called him out, he now got angry. He started talking. They now started backbiting me. And I have evidences. So I can come with clean heart on the platform. If my boss is his problem, let him tell you people. I don't know why boss in this matter. What is wrong with these people? Boss. Since 2022 or 21, boss. What is wrong with these people? Or you want me to carry you in the bus? If you want me to carry you in the bus, come to my location, come to Ghana, and I'll carry you. Come here, I'll carry you. I'll carry you. So please leave these people alone. These are old people who delight in telling lies. Thank you, go. Just lies. You know, old man that should be a pastor. You see, I don't know. They said when people getting older, they begin to behave like children. I don't know whether he's still a young man, somebody who's 60 something. He's still a young man behaving like this. So what he comes to do online is to Just say, instead of him to face what the problem is, the criminal he knows that we're supposed to fight together, which he now started behaving like that person. We now call them out and they run away. Or he wants me to start playing his voice here on social media. If Livingstone continues like this, I keep hearing things like that he's saying behind me. That's why they blocked me, because they don't want me to be hearing what they're saying. They block me from all their platforms so that they can be gossiping me and I will not hear it, because I've not been seeing them online. I wish I can see what he's there. Now I'll cut what he says, I'll post it, and I'll put voices of the things he has said against me and the criminality that he has. Then the things that I'll come to tell people what they did, if that is not criminality. These are the same thing I fought Simon against. I fought against Simon about. That they wanted to now bring into accountability group. I said, no, it's not going to work. Ego is here. She can bear me witness. She's the one who chaired the meeting, that meeting that we were about to suspend them and they ran away. We were about to suspend them. The same thing we were accusing Simon, not to that this is wrong, even if Simon's own was more anyways. But still the same element. This criminality. They want to bring into the system. They want to impose their will. They want to control system. They want to allow things that are wrong to continue. They want to allow criminality to continue. Somebody comes to our midst to do something for us, and the person is trying to defraud us. I said, no, this person cannot defraud us. You cannot allow this person to defraud us. You cannot take somebody who wants to defraud us to continue to give the person the ground to continue. We cannot. If somebody has shown us a sign that he wants to defraud us, we take the person away. You know, and that is what I stood for. And then they want that person because that person is their man. That person is their man. They want that person. Even if the person, it is evident that the person wanted to stole money from us. They still wanted that person to continue. I said no. And they wanted to influence me to agree so that we can influence the house. I said no. The house decides. Anything the house decides, we take. It is not two people who make decisions and influence other people and force me, because they know that once I lend my voice in the public to the house will agree and take the decision. I said no. The house has agreed initially. This is what they're going to do. We must follow what they agreed. Follow what the house agreed. That is it. They start gossiping me and saying to me, I have their audio. I have everything record keeping. I'm waiting for them. So if they want to start this dirty job now, if that's what they're doing, I'm ready to play ball with them. I'll come and expose them to all their friends. Look at a pastor man who calls himself a pastor, calling me a criminal. He also knows I'm a pastor. He also knows. And I've done more job in the ministry than him. Called himself a pastor. He's in America. Let him come to Africa and do it pastoring. It's not a matter of running around in America and say you're a pastor. I have done live work in the zoo in Lagos and other parts of the zoo. Pastoring, starting ministry from scratch. I was ordained 2020. I mean, it's 2000, the year 2000. 24 years ago, and I've done practical pastoring. Not pastoring means shepherding. That means you are leading people, not sitting somewhere bearing title. I'm not a title pastor. I'm a practical one. I did the job practically on the field. So, but because he doesn't understand that practicality, that's why he's coming on social media to call me a criminal. When he knows that what I'm saying is true. I'm standing against criminality. Can you imagine such kinds of people? You are erring. You still come to social media to disgrace yourself. Now all his own is boss. An old man. The same way Simon's people were shouting boss then. All those ones who were shouting boss have them put it down. They're not calling me a foreigner or something. Now he has now carried it on his head. Then he was the one defending me. So how does he want to change what he was defending me about? Because he was the one who was defending me about the boss. Now he's something against me about it. So that means he was lying there, and that's what he's trying to say. That means he's not a truthful person. He's not standing on the path of truth. How can an elderly man like that come to? I always want, if you are wrong, I'll call you out. I'll tell you. And they know me. Prince, Livingstone, all of them, we were buddies. We were working together. But when they came with that narrative, I said it won't work. That is me. No matter how if you want to the truth here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing on the path of truth. If anybody wants to go by the thought of Biafra, you must be standing on the path of truth. So if we want to get this thing, why not stand on the path of truth? Stand on the path of truth and pursue this thing. But now you are going on the path of lies and you want me to support you. It's not possible. Then I should have supported Simon and maybe be getting all the likes and all those his frogs called media warriors or whatever they call themselves, autopilot media stuff. As all they say, oh, let's just be following him, at least we'll be getting people like what's his name now, 247, and we'll be getting likes. I'll be getting $100 every month from YouTube. No, I didn't come to YouTube to make money. If YouTube gives me money, I'll be happy. But if you don't follow me and they refuse to give me, I won't. I will still survive because I have what it takes to make money inside of me. I have what it takes. So I don't need to deceive and sell the freedom of our people or betray the people to make money like Simon and Co. are doing. Why did I face Azuka? Why did I face Simon? Why did I face what's her name? Ngozi Arabozi and all of them? Why? After all, when I was with them, I had positions. I was secretary to the advisory board, secretary to the think tank, secretary to the media platform, secretary to five positions, but secretary of 4 of them. So, and they offered me opportunity also to put my face on the currency. And I was the one who called Livingstone, called Prince into the matter, see what this group is planning to put faces of people on the currency. I was the one who called them into a meeting and called Simon to that meeting, saying that this cannot hold because I know it's not for the interest of the people. Now you're coming to call me a criminal. You're coming to call me a criminal on social media because you want to rubbish me so that you have a voice. And what will you achieve? Now ask yourself, what does Livingstone want to achieve by calling me a criminal? He wants to discredit me. These are people who talk about the scripture and they read it backwards. They practice something else. Why? What does he want to achieve by calling? I've not talked about him. I've not, since all these things happened, I have not come to talk about him on social media because I see it as unnecessary. It is internal issues. If they want to work, in fact, there was a time I told one of the elders, I told him, I said, see, I don't have any issue. When he was talking about us, he thought we were going to work together. He thought we were going to do things together. One elderly man, whom Simon also disrespected, because he called Simon one time when we were having that issues. He told Simon, what you are doing is wrong, and Simon disrespected him. Simon stopped picking his call. He was talking with me in October last year. Was it October last year? And he told me that we need to work together and all of that. And I think February this year. He said we need to work together. He thought we were a unique team and all of that. I said, sir, I don't have a problem with anybody. If we want to work together, I am ready. Sir, if you want us to work together, you can call the 2 sides. Let's talk about the problems and let's resolve this matter. I told him, let him speak to Livingstone and his team. If they're ready, we come and solve this matter. Let this thing not happen again. And then we work together. After all, we are chasing for our freedom. Suddenly, he went to tell Livingstone and Co. that this is what I said, that we can work together. So Livingstone and Co. and picked it and started gossiping that I am now tired. I'm begging them. I'm begging to work with them. That's what I heard. I was shocked. I said, oh, because I want us to work together, because I'm a man of peace. If we do something wrong, nobody's righteous. We can err once we realize our mistakes. Today, if someone realizes his mistakes and we come together and say, okay, I want to do it right now, truthful and right, good, we can still come together and work together. This was the opportunity we're trying to give to him then, but now he's decided because he has been blinded by money. Money was coming. So he wanted the money to flow. So is it about money? They started gossiping that I am begging to join them again. I said, oh, is that it? Is that what it is? Let it go. He let it go. Now he's coming to tell you people that I'm a criminal. Can you imagine such? And he calls himself a pastor. I'm disappointed in such kinds of people. They just get titles portfolio without, titles without portfolio. How can he come to me? You see, is that what he's supposed to come and tell you guys? Why didn't he tell you people the story? He's calling me criminals. Why didn't he tell you people the story that led to him leaving? He's saying, yeah, I'm a criminal. I want to defraud Biafrans. That is why he didn't want to work with me. Why don't he tell you people the story where it began? He won't tell you. He won't tell you people the story how it began. He will only come on social media and call me a criminal. That's how they do. The other time too, Simon came when we were telling him, this thing cannot work. Ngozi Arabozi is a Nigerian agent. You cannot put your faces on the currency. You cannot do this thing because it is not part of this thing. You must give account of the resources coming in and all of this stuff because you are working for the people. Suddenly he came online and told people that I'm a criminal. What did I steal? What is the criminality? They can't tell you. The next thing they tell you is that I defraud people to buy a bus. So if I want to buy a bus and my money is not complete, and I reach out to friends, it happens. You have a project, you don't have the resources. You reach out to people. Everybody, and there's nobody who has not reached out to somebody to support for what they want to do before. I want to buy a bus. My money is not complete. I needed some things to balance it up. I reach out. Hey, do you have anything to support me with? I didn't force you. And he said, okay, I have, and how much did you give me? You gave me $100. Okay, I have $100. Support you. This one say, okay, I have this support. Is that the criminality? So let him come and tell me how I use Biafra project to defraud people. Then let's talk about it from here. I need to get, I don't know, somebody please where his name on social media or wherever he broadcasts from, so that I can be listening to him. I need to begin to listen to them. I don't know why they blocked me. They don't want me to be seeing them so that they can be lying behind my back. If you are genuine, why didn't you of you that was Kiki out sustained your accountability group? What is the meaning of that? Please retype what you posted so that I can answer you, because you know me, I know get enemy, even if I know those to avoid in this whole thing. You know, I want to answer this person now who sent this. I want to get the point very well what he's trying to say. He's hoping that Nigerian government will release them and can allow him to continue petition for Biafra. Means you are nothing. You know nothing about freedom fighting. Oh, so you people are expecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die. So you prefer to join a criminal because you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die. So even if you think that Nigerian government will not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which they must release him, they don't have a choice. So you think that the best thing is to follow a criminal, which you are. Maybe he's the person who is here. He's trying to look at how he reasons. See how they reason? You say, I know nothing about freedom fight. Adamu. No, when they call you Adamu in the north, they say, yeah, I will ignore them, but I will also answer them. You know now, you know how we roll. We have to give them sense. I want him to ask this question well, because I think that question will give me a perspective to what I'm going to say. If you are genuine, why didn't you that was Kiki out sustained your okay? If you were genuine, why didn't all of you that were genuine sustain your accountability group? Now let me answer you. Once you come out of criminality, it's just like those who are claiming now they want to come out of Nigeria. Nigeria is a criminal entity, and you are committing the same criminality Nigeria is committing. Then you are just wasting your time. The Simon and all those ones are still doing the same criminality that is being committed in Nigeria. Look at the butchering of our people, the Simon Butuzo and Gentle. Look at what did you see? Oh, I can't play the video here because if I play the video, YouTube might ban my channel. I'm talking about butchering human beings, cutting people's heads like as if they are animal, like Fulanis do. Cut the neck, cutting this particular lady. You see, Gentle ordering his men to cut this lady's neck. What did that lady do that would deserve her to be killed like that, gruesomely? And by the side were some other men and women who have been killed already, put in a pit, committed by Simon's people. Gentle, the one he's bragging about, all in Butuso's camp. And this is the same person I think this even should be Simon. This is the same person. He's coming to defend himself here now that you should be supporting. You see, we forget so easily. Let's look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's not perfect, right? But the truth about it is that at least you can say on the average that he does not support criminality. Anytime he hears that a member of IPOB commits a crime, he comes on social media and say, you did this, he's taking you away, and that person must be hunted if the person is not nowhere to be found. Simon, since his men started butchering people, did you know that there's one that cut people's hand? The guy was holding a hand, showing people, this one is this one's hand, this one is this one's leg, his right leg, his left leg, this one is his ear. His head is somewhere. He's going to bring the head, and that there's someone again they are going to kill. That one was swearing that if he doesn't kill this one, let something. That's how the video ended. And these people are working for Simon, yet Simon is not saying anything. Does not tell you that Simon is a criminal? Does that not tell you that you supporting him, you are also a criminal because you are an accomplice. Look at somebody say, if not for Simon, MNK would have ended up like it was. Okay, look at you. Look at reasoning. Look at what Simon is posting. Look at what Simon is posting. That if not for him, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have ended. What is the influence? What is the connection to this statement and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now? What's the connection? So it is Simon that is making Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not give up and standing on a path of truth. So it is now Simon that will influence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu influencing Simon. See how you reason, Simon. See how you reason. You don't have sense. My brother, you're talking about vote. Anybody could vote. Now, this is not the time we are voting. It is good to vote, but this is not what the guy promised you now. The guy didn't, the freedom he told you he's going to give you is not about vote. We have been doing this voting for a long time. What is the problem with us, for God's sake? Let's be intellectual. He puts up a vote on social media and tells you that Biafrans have decided. How many times have we done that? Is this the first time you are seeing votes? People have done votes over the years. This is not the first time. I've been voting about whether they want to leave the contraction, and people have been voting. The statistics are there everywhere on social media, including on hard copy. The votes have been there for a long time. So the issue here is not about voting. It's about doing the things. One, have you ever had any accounts since Simon took over? Have you? He told you that he has bought weapons, he has bought everything, he has done everything, and there will be no election. Has he given you a report on how he spent the money? Since all the monies that were contributed were supposed to be used to stop the election, and the election was not stopped. We didn't see any of the men bring their weapons out. We didn't see any of the men display anything during the elections. We didn't see any of the men of Simon trying to stop the election from going on. Everything went on smoothly, but he collected money to stop the election. So as reasonable people that we are, or as reasonable people that you call yourselves as Biafrans, why can't you ask your questions? You were supposed to stop the election. That is why we gave you so amount. So now that the election was not stopped, where is the money? The next thing he told you, he has gotten a house in US, in Maryland. Today, that house, he doesn't have office there. It is somebody's apartment. When they want to show you some stuff on social media, they will go to the person as they have arranged. The person will remove his chairs and put it in the corner. They'll bring their chairs and arrange them, snap pictures and send to you. That's what they are doing. You now start telling you about liaison office here, liaison office there. Is that the thing you told him to do? Two, he said there will be no election in Imo State. He couldn't stop election in the Biafra land. Now, okay, at least Imo State, just that small place where he has Butuzo and his people committing crime. Yet, Uzodinma, he kept telling you Uzodinma is running. He has gone to Abuja. He has run to Abuja. He has run here. He is running there. He has run here. Oh, we're hunting him. Ah, well, we'll get him today. The man is now the governor. The same man, he's bragging on social media. And when you see him post things on social media, you will think this man is a dead man already. The man is now the governor. And the man has soldiers dealing with his men, killing his men. Butuzo's brother has been killed, his younger brother. You know that? Butuzo's younger brother has been killed. The military went to Aba, displayed and killed people. Simon's men could not stop them. Till today, the military are still parading Aba. Parading, all those places, Ihiala and all those places. Parading everywhere. Simon said he is in control. He has men here. He's doing this. He's doing water. Yet the military are still there, Gidiba. Having their armored tanks everywhere. And everything is working normal, as if nothing is wrong. This one is still, someone is still posting that if not for MNK, if not for Simon, MNK would have ended like it was. Okay, tell us how now. Tell us how. Don't come and make statements. Tell us how. At least if I make statements, I prove it by my explanation and details. I'll prove it by my explanation. I'll prove it. If I make a statement, I'll prove it. Tell us how Simon is stopping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from ending like Wazirike. So it is now Simon that is now controlling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's now the leader of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, influencing him, telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what to do. Mad people everywhere. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say, mad people everywhere. You guys are crazy. Simon, you are crazy. I can see your handwriting here. Now you the write down this kind of things because you know the reason sometimes when you talk. MNK doesn't even have he doesn't even have a direct connection with Simon. Doesn't even do, whatever he does, Simon does not even know what he's doing. Oh, Simon sustained struggle. That is why he didn't make Mazin Namdekan end like Wazuki. You don't know that it is Mazin Namdekan that is actually sustaining the struggle from where he is. Because Simon is only has turned one out of the struggle to show business on social media. Showbiz. You know what they call showbiz? That means you show, you try to give an impression, impress. He has turned it to showbiz. He comes on social media, he tells you that something is happening. The whole of Yala, they have done water. They are counting the scores and 10-0. This, that. Yet the same military is in control. He said he has sustained the struggle. How? How did he sustain the struggle? By coming on social media to announce and to publish all this stuff. Tell us how, Simon. You are talking. Tell us how. I need all these people, these kinds of people, to reason so that I can put them where they belong. I think I need more of you. Simon is good. Your name is Evhin here. That's what your name is. Send all your media talks to come here. Let them come and argue with me. Make I put them where they belong. Tell me how you are sustaining, Simon. Tell me how you are sustaining the struggle. Tell me how you're sustaining. Then let me tell you what it means to sustain. If you don't know what it means to sustain, I'll educate you on what sustenance is. Because you don't know what sustenance means. Do you know what it means to sustain? There must be a particular narrative already on ground, and that narrative is what is being sustained. So if you are sustaining something, tell us what you are sustaining, and I'll tell you whether it is in conjunction or it is in tandem with the narrative that is already on ground, because you sustain what is already on ground. That's sustenance. You sustain it or maintain it. So if you're talking about sustenance, tell me what you're sustaining here, and then let me give you analysis. My brother, I don't know whether it's a lady or also whether you're a lady or a man, but the truth about it is that sometimes the truth here is this: accountability and transparency group is not dead, but some players are off. Accountability transparency group is not people, it's not individuals, it is a group. Anybody could come in, anybody could go out. So me being here, I believe in accountability and transparency group, so I am part of the group. Some other people also are part of the group who are there, and then you also can be part of the group. It is just like DOS or IPOB. IPOB is nobody's inheritance. Anybody, soldier come, soldier go, IPOB is still there. DOS is still there. So when people come in and go out, for the fact that we have not been able to do anything effectively now, because some people are hindering it, just like what is happening to IPOB now. Some people, like the criminal in Finland and all of that, are gagging it. They sold Mazin and Mikano. They are trying to suppress it. So IPOB is struggling now because some people have dealt with the leader, and the leader is somewhere now, and they are controlling some stuff right now and frustrating the whole thing, and have turned it into a political campaign and program or a stiffing platform. That doesn't mean that IPOB is dead. It only means that IPOB is going through its travail. The time will come, they will pass this level. Mazin Namdekan will be out, and things will start working. The same way also in accountability and transparency group. When you are establishing anything good, the evil people, because they have the resources and they have the weapons, they would come against you. That is why Jesus said that the days will be shortened so that the elect will be saved. They will not be deceived. That is why this is the time that things will begin to happen, that will begin to show what is true and what is lies. It is when things are being shown now that are true and lies, you begin to understand. Now, is it not because of this situation now that you understand that Mazin Namdekan is truly elected, is truly genuine? If this kind of thing had not happened to Mazin Namdekan, even if the enemy meant it for evil, it has actually was a lesson to the people. Majority of the people now are supporting Mazin Namdekan because they know he is truly a good man and straightforward man. Through this thing, the enemies think that they are going to bring down IPOB by putting Mazin Namdekan where he is. They think they are going to bring down IPOB by destroying the structure and all of that. But the truth about it is that they are working it out for a better thing. The same way also accountability group came up as if it's going to come up strongly. Some people begin to show their character. The only thing it will do is that it will slow down the achievement and success. But we are still getting there. Because the strategy now, that is why I put this topic as the easiest way to get freedom. That is the strategy. That's why it's called accountability and transparency. Officially, all the members in DOS have turned to APC. Of course, they are busy with politicians, dining with politicians, making money. Mazin Kanu is no more there. So let him be where he is. Let's continue to use this as a means of connecting, the IPOB families in the communities, in the villages. I told the people from my village, I said, don't give them money again. They're using your money for their businesses. They are using your money for they are not doing anything for freedom. And I've told the leader of IPOB in my community in Biafra land, I've told them, don't give these people money. Stop your people from giving them money. They said, Ima Powerful and Co. Because Ima Powerful is from my local government. They said he always comes to demand for money. I've told them, don't give him money anymore. Some of their officers are from my local government. I told them, don't give these people money again. Whether they're still giving, that's their business. But they told me they won't. Because you know why? They want Mazin Kanu to remain where he is, so they can continue IPOB as a political group or as a pressure group for political gains. So that they can be making money in the families. They will tell you when time comes for vote, they will tell the people around, vote for this one, vote for this one. They have, don't worry, we'll get through this person, we can build IPOB better in the community. For where they have collected money and they use the sentiment of building IPOB better in the community to, if not for Simon Ekpa resistance, the Nigerian government will use MNK to shine. Can you imagine? I'm asking, wow, you are posting the same thing. What is he doing? Is it to sit in Finland and just post something on social media and then you said the person is actually working? What did they do, Simon? Let's say the reason. Oh my God. If not for Simon Ekpa, the Nigerian government will not take MNK serious like this. How? How now? The same thing. Everything you are posting is still asked. The question is how. You're not answering how. You are still posting the same border dash. You are unserious, man. You're not serious. I think I have to disregard now because what you're posting makes no sense. You're not intellectually sound to reason with here and to lay out things here because you're not. Tell me how, then I'll come. Let's talk from there. Because when you tell me how, you said sit at home. I saw when you posted sit at home. Who told you that sit at home is Simon's program? Simon only delved into it. I was highly disappointed in Papa Ejima. Papa Ejima, what did Papa Ejima do? I have not heard anything. What did he do? Why are you disappointed in him? Somebody said Simon sustained the sit at home. How did he sustain it? The people are just sitting at home. Simon's boys started using it as a criminal program. When it comes to sit at home, they begin to post, move around as if they are the ones, and then they begin to destroy the goods of the people, scatter the products of the poor people and the masses. They go around. You say you are sustaining sit at home. How? By scattering people's goods. When the election came, when you are supposed to stop election, you didn't go there to scatter the polling booths, to destroy the polling booths and scatter everything. It is when the people decide to sit at home and some of them decide to sell their goods, you now go to their houses. The people who are defenseless, you now begin to destroy what they have put together as their products of sales. But the ballot boxes and the election boxes were everywhere. You didn't go there to scatter the boxes. You are going to scatter the common woman's products and their stuff. You're going to scatter all the things that they have as things for where they have make ends meet. They feed themselves daily. You go there to scatter the things. But you couldn't pose that power, that energy. You saw Keke man, you stop the Keke man, bring him out, flog, use gun to hit his head, flog him and beat him, almost injured him. I don't know whether you guys killed him. Some of them you burnt their Keke, but the ballot boxes, you didn't burn one. And you say he's sustaining what? You say people are not just sitting at home, they need a voice. Which voice? Today in Sudan, some people are, claiming to be the voice of the Sudanese, but are they representing the Sudanese? You people just post. I want you to keep saying things like this so that you will be showing your ignorance. Please ignore these people. They are trying to distract you. They're helping me to bring out points because some people need to know from these things they're posting to know some things. So I think they help me to say some stuff. People are not just sitting at home, they need a voice. How? Which voice now? They are sitting at home alone is the voice. Sudan today, the people are being killed. But the people who are claiming to be on the side of the people are the ones speaking on behalf of the people in the name of, or speaking as if they are on the side of the people, yet they are the ones killing the people. So how does that become a voice? So somebody comes to make noise around. So if you are looking for a voice, let me just ask this Simon that is here. If you are looking for a voice, you look for a voice that is loud but empty. You look for a voice that makes no significance. The same voice that says he has so many programs and he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Nothing he does. Now, all he's busy doing is telling you that he has a government in exile. He doesn't control one community in Biafra land. He tells you he has a government in exile. The same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did, go to AU and all of that. That's what he's still doing, the same program. So what is different? What is the new dimension? The new dimension, the only new dimension we are seeing here right now, because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu praised him, it was all about the way he was broadcasting on social media. That's the new dimension Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talked about. When he would take up something happened in Nigeria and try to analyze it in his own small mind and in the way he can analyze it. And then people say, wow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he's bringing a new dimension. That means he is now looking at the things happening in Nigeria and using them as a means of passing a message. Now, when he saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in trouble, he now begin to now expand it to use it as a ridicule on the people and the project and on IPOB. Look at somebody you claim that is sustaining Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's program. You claim, Simon, you claim to be sustaining Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's program. But you are the one now coming on social media to say that you have banned IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created. And you said anybody operating under IPOB is a criminal. That means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who created IPOB, who is in detention because of IPOB, is a criminal. That's what you're saying. You guys don't understand. You lack mental capacity to reason. As if you lack mental capacity to reason. You're even talking about sit at home. This person that is talking about sit at home. How many people are sitting at home? I've been in Biafra land on a Monday. I think I didn't post it anyways, but I covered the area on a sit at home. Owerri was busy. Owerri was busy everywhere. Everywhere, people were moving around, doing their business. The only thing is that banks and all those sensitive places, even Owerri on Monday, banks were open. Onisha, business was going on. But you go to communities, villages where they have threatened people to stay inside, they will start covering it. Sitting at home, you see people are sitting at home here. Go to Owerri and do that now. Tell people are sitting at home. So Simon, I'm asking you. Yes, go. That's Simon. It's how many people are sitting at home at Damu like you, Simon? How many people are sitting at home? You just go and cover one place. Tell your people. You said you have people everywhere. Let them give you video of Owerri, give you video of Onitsha, give you video of Aba, give you video of Oka, give you video of all those places of Igocha, and send to you. Then show all of them. Let people see what is happening on sit at home. Don't go and take video of one community somewhere and their main small city in that community, their shops are closed. Then you now cover that place. You see sit at home today, blah 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 blah. That's balderdash. If you want to cover sit at home, if you know you are in control, it is the cities, the capitals, the capital cities that you would tell people that yes, we're in control. Nothing is happening today. It is not communities and villages. The day of election, they didn't go to destroy the ballot boxes. But the day of sit at home, they went to scatter the pepper of common women. Wicked souls. Look at how Gentle is killing people, cheering people. Oh my God, I wish I can show you video of Gentle telling they are cutting a lady's neck. Naked hair after raping hers. Rape her to the fullest. The butcher, they cut her neck like Fulanis. These are people who were born of Fulani blood. And which guy? You said, Mazi, please try to prove the guy wrong. Which of the guys are you talking about? Please make me know the guy you're talking about that you want me to prove wrong. He's living large with the money. Of course, that's what he's doing. And you see, people love those who are deceiving them. They love to, and you know what scripture now says? God says now he sends them people who will be telling them what they like. Tell them what they like. I've exceeded 1 hour today. Oh my. But I'm enjoying it anyways because I'm communicating with what you are posting. so that I can educate people more. You see what you're posting. This Simon here posting, if not for Simon, this if not for sit at home would have ended. Tell me how. Tell me how you are. Tell me how you are sustaining sit at home. Because people are not sitting at home in the main cities. The main cities are the places where you can claim that people are sitting at home. That is where anytime there's going to be a remarkable thing in any city, it is the capital that shows it. So you don't come on social media and tell me that in one village somewhere, one community, one small place, somebody the shop in one particular place is closed, and then you tell us now that it is you are every Biafra land is on lockdown, total lockdown. How? I was in Owerri on a Monday. I even bought materials, building materials that day. Recently, I'm talking about just this April, and everywhere was busy. You're telling me about sit at home. You saw the other day, the one they call what's his name, Methuselah, when he was he was going around, sit at home day, and people everywhere was busy. He was showcasing it. All of you like to be deceived. You like to be deceived. You just want to be excited by deceit. That is why they keep manipulating and stealing from you. I've not even said the things I'm supposed to say today. You people have used your writings to make me say so many things. I wanted to point out the easiest ways, but I'm going to do part of the second, third episode, maybe during the week. The funny thing is that Biafrans in diaspora are really funding Simon. That is why he can be able to purchase. Now, let me tell you something. Why do people go to diaspora? If they have anything to offer, why are they in diaspora? Why are you in diaspora? What are you doing in diaspora? Because the truth about it is that you look for money and you run away from Biafra land and go abroad and go to the places where the slave masters have built using your resources, and you use your money to fund yourself to go and be their slaves and continue. And majority of those who go, the reason why they go is because they don't have anything to offer. So what do you expect of them intellectually when it comes to things like this? For the fact that people are in diaspora doesn't mean they have sense. For the fact that people are in diaspora, in fact, majority of the people expect the people in Biafra land, if you check by statistics, 80% of people in Biafra land are more sensible than 100% of people in diaspora. The people in diaspora who are reasonable might few, maybe about 5%. You know why? Because most of them are insecure about their future. That is why they run abroad. I'm not saying all of them. Only few go there because they actually, not because they don't have anything to offer, but they just want to seek a better opportunity to come back to do better things in their land. Like Martin Abdikano, when he went to England, he went there to educate himself, to come back to do something better in his land. So majority of those who travel abroad, for the fact that they travel abroad doesn't mean they have sense. Majority of them who travel abroad travel there because they don't have anything to offer. They don't have mental ability to face what is before them because they feel they don't have what it takes. And because of that, they feel threatened about remaining in the zoo. They travel abroad. So all they want is just make money, just make money. And when they make money, they save until when it is one time, they come back to Biafra land, buy cars, carry girls. During Christmas period or some kind of holidays, they come and pose. That's all they can do. They are. So when you of them are funding. Okay, I'm back now, I think. Are really funding Simon. That is why he can be able to purchase those sophisticated weapons. Those weapons purchased are used for criminality. Simon says you think it is easy to fight the Nigeria government. Adamu, Nigeria is funding you through Ngozi Rabuzi and others, and you're saying you're fighting the Nigeria government. Nigeria government know that you are helping them. All you do is stir up trouble so that the Nigeria government will come there and kill our youths. That's what you are doing. You are helping them. They allow you get some funds from some of their politicians, and you buy weapons. And you buy the weapons. When you buy, you use that weapons to cause trouble so that you want to showcase. Nigeria government knows that's what you're doing. So when it cause that trouble, they allow you kill some soldiers, kill some people. Of course, they use those ones as Sarah. Then they now send their men to come there and kill many of our people, just like what Simon's boys did in Aba. They go and kill 5 soldiers or so, few people. Then Nigerian soldiers came there and killed most of our young people because they are always looking for opportunity to kill our people so that they can reduce the numbers of competent men in our midst. They use people like Simon to fund that. Simon will go ambush 1 soldier or 2 soldiers, burn their vehicle and kill them. Nigeria government sacrifices those ones for Simon's men to kill. And then they know that when they do that, the soldiers will now leave barracks, come to that community, use that opportunity to kill many young people. That's what they're doing. Look at what they did in Aba. Hundreds of youths were killed because of the criminality of Simon's men. And he'll come on social media, we have killed the military, because he knows when he says he has killed the military, you'll be excited. We have killed some military men. He knows when he says that, you'll be excited. Then in your excitement, the Nigerian government, of course, want him to do that so that they can see it as an excuse to send their men into the community to reduce the number of our competent people who can stand during the fight. They know Abba has been quiet all this while. They have been killing lots of people in different places. Now they feel that Abba should be the target because lots of young people there are vibrant who have not fallen for Simon's trash, who are still believing in Muslim Khan, but they need to kill people there. They use Simon's men to go and cause trouble there. They kill and they run away. Simon's men kill and run away. The Nigerian government sends the military to come there and kill the young people on. They know those ones they're killing and carrying. Look at how they were carrying. Even Simon showcased it. He saw it, he showcased it, but he didn't send his men there to go and stop it. But he's showcasing it to you to make you look like, hey, these people have come. They are doing this to our people. We will show them. We will show them. Then he will tell you to bring more monies. He will tell you to bring more monies because he uses it to raise more monies by telling you that he's dealing with the military men. Nigeria government uses that as an opportunity also to allow him to make his money and at the same time to use that opportunity to kill our people. So this confusion, that is what the colonial masters do also. They make sure that within the system, the 2 people are fighting each other and then they supply them arms. The same way the Nigerian government is supplying Simon arms through Ngozi Rabuzi and others to continue to perpetrate this criminality around here and there. Kill here, kill 1 soldier here, kill 1 soldier here, because they know that they can sacrifice few soldiers for that. And then they will now send more soldiers from the barracks to come there so that they can kill young people. Look at what intelligent somebody is saying. Somebody who claims to be intelligent, Simon, said you need to make Biafra land ungovernable. That is the only way to be, because if everywhere is calm, people will forget about them and can continue. Can you imagine? You see how people reason. You see how Simon reasoned and his men. You see how they reason. You make Biafra land ungovernable. Do you know what it means to make somewhere ungovernable? Is it to set trap against your people? And that's how you make places ungovernable. They are still governing Biafra land. They are still governing Aba. The governor of Aba is a Nigeria governor. It's not Simon's group or Simon's water group governor. The governor of Imo State is still Nigeria governor. So how are you making it ungovernable when they are governing? In fact, their military is still intact everywhere, killing our people and standing there with their armor tank. So what is the making it ungovernable there? What you are saying is making it a place your people cannot stay peacefully. That's what you are doing. You are only setting the environment the environment is being set up against the people. That means you are staging the people as scapegoats or as the vulnerable ones that would become the targets of the Nigeria government that want to kill them. So you're saying making it ungovernable. How? This is not making it ungovernable. This is setting your people as trap. Your people, your boys come and kill and run away. The people who are living in that community will now be killed by the military. So what is that? Does that mean making it ungovernable? That shows that you're a wicked person, Simon. That shows the level, that exposes your criminality, that exposes what you are doing. That's what it does. It exposes everything. It reveals everything we need to know. And someone is coming here to tell you that you have to make the place ungovernable. Can you imagine how the reason? Mazi, can accountability group come back again, or you guys want to wait till our leader comes out? You know, I said accountability group is not a people. It is a group. It is not a person. It is an unorganized person. That means accountability group does not mean Livingstone, Prince, or whoever, or me. Accountability group is a group of people who have come together to say that we want to do things right. We want to make sure that every fund that comes to Biafra land used by these people are monitored and we know what the funds are used for. We want to make sure that we do things right and to see that we make sure that our people are protected. They don't become victims by foolishness, just like what Simon is doing, setting our people up to get himself, and all of that. You know what is driving? I know you are dealing with an intelligent person here. I understand, of course, but let me just answer that question. Because I want to give benefit of doubt when things like this come up. I just reason it fast to different angles, but I just want to face that point because this will help me also to educate people to understand this. Now, accountability group is not dead. For the fact that few individuals are out of it left because they are to be punished for their wrongs doesn't mean that accountability group is dead. It simply means that accountability group is going through the process of redesigning or reconfiguring its stance by having the right people who would manage the group. So the group is still there, even if some persons are no more there. The accountability group is not restricted to a few individuals, but is open to anybody who believes in truth, transparency, and accountability, including you, AO. So if you want to be part of accountability group, you can stand your ground to insist that things are done right. That is why when they came up and tried to make accountability group look like Simon's group, where Simon takes decisions and does anything he likes, I told them, no, it's not going to work. It is everybody's decision. And that was where the trouble started. So for the fact that these few who don't want everybody's voice to be heard or everybody taking decisions, to determine what happens, they want, that one of them told me, let me not mention his name until I hear that they are talking about me. He said that, see, the reason why he created this group and he put Livingstone, put Adazion, and one other person also, is because he wants us to be the ones to take the decisions. When we take the decisions, we now go there and tell the people what we want to be done. And then the people will accept based on the fact that since I am me now, I am in the media. Once I lend my voice to it, people will accept and agree. I said, no. I said, whatever decision we're going to take, the whole house must be involved. We can have ideas. We must present it to the whole house. The whole house will determine by votes. If the whole house say this is a good idea, we must go by it, then we go by it. The whole house says no. The man said no, that we should be the ones, that every group, it is like that in every place, that there are few people who make the decisions, but you just come out like a political stuff and just make some statement as if you want to get everybody's voice. Then you now convince them and get them involved to take the decision that we have already taken inside. I said, no, that's where the confusion started. That is not the spirit of accountability and transparency. as if donation and then papa property. That it sounds terrible. That is where the trouble started, when they wanted to be taking decision alone and imposing it on the group. I said no. People hear my voice now. That is, go and ask them if that is what happened or not. If they say it's a lie, I'm going to start playing their voices one after the other. I have their voices. I have the arguments we had. I even brought a lady from Poland that came, and they influenced that one too. That one now went, for that one started claiming, joining them to say that we need leader. We need somebody who's going to stand as a leader. We composed that accountability as a leader. In fact, we came to a point where we saw somebody who is going to stand as coordinating the meetings and representing us, taking the idea, taking the, the idea of the group, as representing the whole group. So next month, 3 months ago, these people become like that. This Polish lady that I've told all the vision that we have, the lady now came. Suddenly she turned against me. She started insisting that we need a leader, and that person who was telling that person who was telling, who influenced that Polish lady that we need a leader, is someone who wants to be gaining from some people from diaspora. So he started influencing, because he knows that that Polish lady is close to me. So he was influencing the mind of the Polish lady to convince me to accept that we should have somebody who will be voted as the permanent leader of accountability group. He had somebody in mind because he knows that money will be coming through that person. He wants to be getting money from that person who is in diaspora and using it as a means of getting money from other people. So he started influencing, and I told him to his face. I said, when the Polish lady called me to the meeting, she first called me as if she was telling me telling me about the stuff and all of that. That don't I think that there's the need for a leader and all that. I told her that was when I changed them for him because I know they have been talking to her. I told her that it is impossible. We don't have a leader in this. Before I know it, she joined the other people to the meeting, two more people, and they started saying the same thing. I told them no. That person who was influencing that one was trying to. I told them, I said no, it's not going to work. We called the meeting and all of that. They ran away. They all ran away. So for the fact that people leave doesn't mean that accountability group is dead. This was a Kelechi go and see Simon. Simon says Kelechi go and join US political pressure group. That is where you belong. Simon is for total restoration of independence. We will not have another Sudan in Biafra. No, we don't want criminals to lead us. So Simon does not qualify. Simon cannot lead somebody like me. And I think we have so many people like me and even more intelligent. Simon cannot lead us. No, it's not possible. You can't have somebody who is debased, in reasoning, and who is a criminal to lead us. No, we are smarter than that. So coming here on social media to say that someone is for the independent total restoration of Biafra is you just been trying to be social media campaigner so that you can get more funds from your e-frogs and from those you have brainwashed every Saturday, because you make, of course you had fundraising yesterday, so you have to look forward to the next fundraiser. So you keep saying the narrative so that you confuse the people. Michael Livingstone and Prince Iana Choi and Solomon really, these fools really destroyed a good plan of accountability group. These are people who we thought would stand as leaders, as elders, not even leaders, as leaders, as elders, leading aright and setting the right examples, but wanted to influence and cause us to go back to square one by adopting the Simon strategy, and that strategy that never worked. And so I stood against them. And that's why they're fighting me. And that's why they're coming out to call me criminal on social media. Is it not shameful? It's not shameful that elderly men like that are gossiping on social media. They block me from seeing whatever they are doing, and they are busy gossiping me somewhere. That's very shameful. It's not shameful that elderly men like this, who are claiming to be truthful and wants truth and accountability, are fighting against the same truth and accountability in the order of their misbehaviors. Is it not? The days, we were talking about, we had the meeting and all of that. The day we had that meeting, let me not go into that details. I want to hear, let me hear what they're saying, because it will be as if I'm going to, there's some things you don't always want to bring out because it's childish. I expect them to reason and say, oh, we have erred. Okay, Kelechi, as older people, Kelechi, call me. Maybe they call me privately also. We've been friends. We've been very close now. I am their younger. They are older men. They are older people. I am the younger. Some of them can even give birth to me. Call me, Kelechi. See that thing that happened. You see, the way you reacted, maybe because they were saying that I disrespected them. Okay, fine. Maybe because the way I talked and the way I reacted is disrespectful. Of course, I can apologize. That's no big deal. They are my elders now. Even if they are my younger, if I talk to you rudely, I can apologize because it is sometimes we can be disrespectful. We don't even intend to be disrespectful based on the fact of the situation at that point in time, and maybe the way we talk. Like I'm talking now, my voice is very hard. I have a hard voice. Some people will think sometimes I'm talking, I'm just being disrespectful, or I'm shouting at them and all of that. But the truth about it is that I'm a preacher. I've been a preacher for a long time, so my voice has been that way. Even Livingstone knows, he too says it. His voice, he has been a preacher, and his voice, that's why his voice sounds like he's fighting sometimes. It's normal. But if they said, okay, I insulted them, the way I talk to them is an insult, I say, okay, sorry, I'm sorry. But this is right, this is wrong. What you did here is right. They should accept what they did as wrong. And as people who are humble, if they're truly humble, Prince is a prince, right? He's a prince in Biafra land. He should understand this. I am a prince because I'm from a royal family. So if I want to claim prince, all this, I also am a prince because I'm from a royal family. In fact, my family produces the king. So I'm from a royal family, so I can claim prince too. I don't claim, I am. So it's not a matter of whether, whether this. So if you say I was arrogant or I talked to you disrespectfully, I'll apologize. I am very good at that. Once I know that I speak the way I'm not supposed to speak to you, I will apologize. Whether you're younger or older, I will apologize to you. But as elders, they should call me because we've been rapping. We gist, we say so many things, we do things together. We come out for broadcast, we say things, we talk like friends, even if they're older. And I give them respect. If you see the way I talk to them, sir, I respect them. But when I disagree with you on something of principle, I might say some things, I must disagree with you with some words that are hard, but that doesn't mean I intend to disrespect you. But if at all I disrespect, they should call me to order and say I disrespected them. I will agree. I will say I'm sorry. I will apologize to them. But insisting that they must continue that impunity, and that is what I should agree to because they're older, I will never. I will apologize for this, but I will never agree to impunity. So this gossip, they are going around telling people that I want to come back. I'm begging to come back. That you see, childishness, elders who behave childish. That's why we say that for the fact that you are old doesn't mean that you are wise. How can Livingstone come online and start calling me a criminal? So shameful. I thought about that he might start doing that, but I just felt that no, he should be wiser than that. Any other person can do it. All those other people from that what they call those people who were insisting that they wanted they were ganging against somebody, and I said no, you can't gang against that person. Ego said you can't gang against that person, and some people laid their voice say you can't gang against somebody. You just want the person to be out of the system just because you don't like the person. So they decided to leave. Those ones who call themselves what they call themselves now, something warriors, media warrior. No, Madam Ego, can you remind me that name? Those that call themselves one name, on Facebook, and they left. Those ones can people like that's when they call Moses and others. They can go and talk about me and gossip about me. I wouldn't even bother because I know those ones they are not sound. They are not mentally okay, and they are not smart. Moses, what's the name of the other one? Japheth, and whether this lady too. This one that always runs her mouth. She doesn't have respect. What's her name again? I can remember their names now. And the other one, Mark also, all those people. They can come on social media and say so many things, because at that period too, when they saw that I was not barging to theirs, they started sending me, they would do screenshots, sending me some messages. I did respond to it. I ignored them now. With me and them, they argue. And they said they are going to, that Moses came on social, started doing broadcast. The one from Odudua land. Started doing broadcast. Say he's going to come to expose me. I just, fighters, warriors and fighters. Thank you so much for reminding me. I just smile. I say, this one won't do broadcast. I was waiting for him to do broadcast and show them the evidences of the things they say they are going to expose me about. and and they were sending me, they said they have evidences. They will send one screenshot. My chat with this one. I'm befriending this one. I'm doing this. Even if I did befriend persons, it concern you. I don't know what's in that one concern Biafra freedom. If I befriend any lady or anything, if that your business, will not be two adults. Two adults decide to go into a relationship. You can't take them as business. One said, no wonder when I was talking to you that night, you now said that you're going to call that lady around 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. Why would you be calling somebody's wife? And if you can call somebody's wife by 11 p.m., that means you have a relationship with the person. I read this stuff. I just shake my head. I said, people, the reason like foul. Julius and Ugozi, thank you so much for reminding me. He said because I called the lady by midnight, that means a lady who is married. How can I be calling a married woman by that time? And I was just wondering. So if I call, do you know how we've been talking? Do you know how long we've been talking? Even in presence of the husband, we talk. The husband have been there. I said, greet your husband for me and all of that. We have talked even to midnight. And the husband doesn't have any issues with it. You are coming to now tell me that because you brought up an issue, and I said I want to call her now and clarify that matter. What was the time? Past 11. You were to talk to me by past 11 too. Why you call me? Why you talk to me by past 11? So because I called that one and she's married by past 11, that means we're having a relationship. So if those ones were coming on social media to say some stuff, I would not bother now. It concern me. Post and I'll just ignore them because I know they've answered them. When they talk, I need to answer them. They will post, send me message, try to insult me. I won't answer them. Which you did not befriend. I wonder, they say I befriend. So if they are the ones come, but for Livingstone and those elderly people to come on social media to start, if they want to, I will come out to face them because I expect them to be more reasonable. So please, if you have a link where they are gossiping me and saying some stuff about me, instead of them to face the project of telling the people the truth and holding Simon to account for stealing the resources of the people and all of that, they refuse to do that. They think that it's me that they want to face. I want to get that. I want to know their name on social media so I can use another account to follow them. An account that I will tell somebody to be following them, monitoring them for me. Because I know they would have blocked my own account, so I cannot open them. I will not see them because I don't see them anymore. I'm wondering what are these people, what's going on. But now that I've gotten a clue that they are actually gossiping me, that means they blocked me because they know that if they come out to say anything and I hear, I will come out heavy on them and I'm going to show evidence. I've been waiting for that for a long time. Have I ever said anything about Livingstone since all this stuff? I've never said anything about them, about Prince, about any of them. But if they want to come out to blackmail, I'm ready. And there are some things I want to say, but I don't want to say them now because if I need to say them now, they will know that madness in their head. Everybody get madness too. But I don't want to say because I am not here for them. I'm not here to attack anybody. But if you want to rubbish me, because I run an NGO, so I will not want anybody to rubbish me because my personality is important in what I do, and my NGO is going around the world. So I will not, I've spoken with so many people. They said they advise me, don't take anything that people say against you lightly, especially when you are not guilty. Take it up. Like they advised me about somebody who did something. They said this week I must arrest the person, and I would arrest the person. I will take the person to court this week, where I'm doing my NGO. They said that's very, very important that I arrest the person. I'll do it because you know why? It is very important for my name. So if somebody like Livingstone will come out to do all of that, then I will also come out and then I'll let him bring evidences that he has against me and the records. I have records, so many of them. His voice, where he's talking anyhow, where they are talking and gossip, I'll play their voice online. And I'll play the voice of some of the meetings, including the video meetings we had. You bring somebody to come and defraud Biafrans. I say no, that person we cannot accept it, and I become your enemy. How can you bring people to defraud a group? You bring somebody to defraud the group, and I say no, it cannot stand. You are angry, and you are an elder, and you are claiming to be truth on the path of truth. If not for this was if not for someone mental toughness, you would have destroyed his organization like you did. Oh my God. What is Simon? What can Simon offer? He thinks that to come social media, they talk tough. What kind of mental toughness he talk about? This is that to stay in Finland, what do they, what those slang, what do they call it? Mescafon, or how did they put it those days? Just the Misian. Not even Misian, Scatayan. You know, say two things. There's a difference between Misian and Scatayan. To Misian, now when you are saying something, but you didn't know that what you are saying is wrong. So you just talk out of clear conscience. Misian. Scatayan, now when you know say what you they talk now rubbish, you still they talk and they go. Scatayan, those ones there, those ones like this one now where they post this Simon where they post rubbish here now. This Scatayan. Just they talk rubbish. He said he would have, as you run them accountability group down. Try, see Scatayano. Chineke. Now what Simon self no get sense. This is what's in the post here. I don't know how not allow this guy to steal on money like they deceive now. How somebody go just deceive some group of people? Anyways, I don't say juju self day. But juju don't go work on you now if you don't get sense. Not only when you don't get sense now, juju go work for you now. But when you get sense, you know when you are on the path of truth, you have a clear conscience. Juju no go work on you. You know. Now when you have a criminal mind, now at that time they go do juju. Like I always say, one day where they tell me saying won't take me to juju. In fact, they give me 8 days. Say won't take me to juju. I they wait for the juju now. I they wait for them. Just say me, my own say I don't go argue with you. When you tell me something, I go just they wait. I go wait. You know. And the 8 days now don't pass 1 month. Gave you guys $500 in your group, but because of what happened, he wanted to refund the money to the person, but you refused because of your criminal mind. Can you imagine? But then they go, you hear this one? They said I refuse. When now maybe I'm going to bring that. If somebody is posting this online, that means Livingstone must have talked about this thing. Now the next broadcast I'm going to play the meeting where we talked about this money. When we were about to suspend them, they said they were going to leave. They are no more interested in joining the group. We said, okay, since you are leaving, I'm not the one who called the meeting. I'm not the one who talked about the money. Me, I know I was just in the meeting like this. Me, I don't even air my talk my own. I just tell them my own, say they must go under suspension because they misbehaved, which everybody has already spoken about before. I said, yes, I support it too, because they have misbehaved. Now, somebody in the group now asked him, he said, but somebody gave us $500. So what about the money? You have to give the money to the group. He said, yes, that is going to give the group the monies that belong to the group and all of that. That you make sure that he doesn't owe anybody, that they should send an account that he's going to forward the money to the group. He's going to send the money to the group that he's leaving. That means accountability and transparency group. He's leaving the group. So he's going to give the money that somebody has vowed and given him on behalf of the group. He promised Ify and Barbara that he's going to, they are the ones who asked him about the money. He said he's going to give the money to the group. Only for the next time we heard was when we sent the Poland lady, to go and talk with him about giving us the name, giving us the password and other things of the website we're building. And they were asking him for the money. He said, that money, as long as that money was given to him, this person we're talking about who gave this money didn't come from Livingstone. This person came from Ify. It is through Ify's connection the person gave money to Livingstone. Now the money was given to Livingstone to give to the group. Because Livingstone has left, he now said he's not going to give them. After he has agreed in the meeting, I'll play the voice. You know, say me, I know go come there. I know they talk gossip people. But when you want to become a nuisance on social media, I will show yourself, say, Mita, I can play that kind of game. Ego is here. Thank God Ego is here. She's the one who was the chairman of that meeting. He said he was going to give the money back to the group. The next thing we heard was that he was now saying that he is no more going to give money. He's going to send the money back to the person who gave it. How can somebody give money to a group because you are no more interested in the group? You take the money back to the person, telling the person to discourage the person that don't give this money again to this group because you are not part of it. Let everything go down, and you call yourself a pastor. Do you see that kind of person as a pastor? Somebody who you are living in a group. If you are living in a group, give the group their property now. Somebody vowed and gave the money to the group. Why are you taking? Why do you want to take the money back? Because you have evil intention. You don't want the group to succeed. He knew that we needed the money to solve some stuff. Because he doesn't want us to solve that thing. That is how wicked our people are. Once they are not part of anything, they want it to go down. They want it to go down. A pastor, well, you promised you were going to give the money to. I'm not the one who asked. It was Ife and Barbara. Barbara is the head of the finance. Yeah, I know they for any position. Yeah, I just they do the secretary work because everybody reject the secretary work. In fact, at the point, I say I resign. They say no, continue the secretary work. Because me, I say this position thing, I don't want them. So that nobody would think that because of position I come here. And Livingstone took the money and went to give the woman back. One, he's trying to tell the woman that this group is not legitimate. Two, he's trying to frustrate the group because we already knew what the money was supposed to be used for. We already budgeted the money for something. Three, he's showing you that he is actually not a Christian. Doesn't have a Christ life, Christ mind. Because Christ will not do that. A pastor. I'm disappointed in him now. If it's where any other person that does that, I will not care. I'm not going to care now. But a pastor. A pastor. You took the money back. He told us he took the money back. That's what he told us. Why do you want to know the name? Oh, I just saw your message now. I tried to read up to know why. So go and sit down. He works to any. He said, "What's the name of your organization? Why do you want to know my organization? What concern my organization concern you? I'm not here on behalf of my organization. I'm here to talk about Biafra. So if you want to know about my organization, go to the net and begin to search all the organizations. You'll see my organization there. Two, go and know more about your organization that you are using to defraud people, Simon. Because that organization, Chukwukike, will destroy it very soon. All the monies you have stolen. My organization is not a political one or one taking money from people to defraud people. We help people. We help young people. And the people we won't give nation, no truth in them. Very terrible people. Look at him coming to talk about 500. Look at him disgracing himself, and he calls himself a pastor. They just run their mouth. They just run their mouth. For this thing to be mentioned here means that a lot have been said. For this $500 to be mentioned here, that means a lot has been. That's why I want to talk about it now. I think I need to be cutting all these meetings. Thank God I have my records. I'll be playing their voices, including the gossips they were having behind me. Once they see that I have left, I'm not part of a meeting, they would hold another meeting. They will hold another meeting gossiping me. Look at elders. And then when I show face, when I now accuse, not even accuse them, I put it to their face. They will now start saying, hey, one wanted to lay curses. And she is part of them gossiping me. The voice is so clear there. She said, did I talk about you? When they were talking, I didn't say anything. So they are talking about me, and you know what they are saying is wrong. Why didn't you say something? Counter them, because you don't want to offend anybody. You want to be in their good books. So you can't tell them that what you are doing is wrong here. Kelechi has not done anything. Don't talk about it. Don't gossip about it. Please leave him. What he is saying is true. Please, let's do things right. No. He said, hey, did I lay a voice when they were talking? Did I say anything? If people are somewhere discussing about somebody who is not there and saying bad things about the person, and you know that these things are not true, what are you supposed to do as somebody who is a good guy? Then you tell them, no, please, this is not right. This person didn't, what he's doing is right, because he's saying that the right thing should be done. But you kept quiet, you just laugh. You laugh. When they say something, you laugh. You say, you laugh. You are an accomplice. Anybody who is part of a discussion and yet they know that that discussion is not true, and they are just there and saying, laughing and saying, that person is also part of it. So they cannot pretend about it. See, Adamu say, MNK said you can't destroy IPOB. He says, is Simon IPOB? The same Simon came to tell you that he has ended IPOB. So he's not trying to destroy IPOB. He's telling you that he has ended IPOB. IPOB no more exists. Anybody operating as IPOB is a criminal. Does that not tell you that he is anti-IPOB and he wants to destroy that IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said is not destroyed for 1,000 years? Does that not tell you that the Simon is against what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instituted with his voice? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said IPOB, he didn't say any other group, cannot be destroyed. And your prince and you, Simon, you come and you say that IPOB has been banned, which you don't have powers to anyways. What does that say? It simply means that you want to destroy that IPOB so that you can set up your own group claiming leadership in Biafra. Claiming leadership of Biafra. Look at these e-frogs. Look at Simon here. I will always counter your words with simple things, simple facts. You're just here talking about bullshit. 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 I thought we had reasonable people in Biafra land. I didn't know that so many of our people are daft. Anyways, I'm going to end this broadcast here. It's 1 hour, 15 minutes already. We're going to continue this tomorrow or so. You know, we're going to continue this tomorrow or so. And hopefully, I just pray that I'm able to make it tomorrow, because tomorrow will be very busy for me. But if possible, I'll make it. If not, Tuesday or Wednesday or so, I'll try and come up. But if not, then weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I should be here. I appreciate you guys. You know, I want to appreciate Madam Ego, your time. You know, yes, I just a young nonsense. Say he's a destroy IPOB in 1,000 years. And yes, you come to open your mouth to say that my IPOB is banned. How can you ban something that cannot be destroyed for it? Against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You come and ban what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set up. Where were you when he was setting it up? You were busy dancing around Nigeria politicians. You're coming to tell us that you are destroying, you want to bring down Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's project. This someone that posted this doesn't ring in your brain that you're actually working against this statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see how people reason like foul. Reason like foul. Very daft set of people, correct? Very daft. The statement they make, they don't even understand it. This one now he made, one IPOB cannot be destroyed. He's working against it, yet he doesn't understand it. He's still mentioning the statement, using it against himself without knowing it. Daft people everywhere. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you guys. Madam Ego, thank you so much, everybody. We'll continue, hopefully. Whenever I'm going to broadcast, maybe I'll try to send message around so that people can be sure that I'm coming. But we're going to do part 3 of this episode so that we can look at these facts. I know that as we talk, more things will be coming up. We'll be treating one after the other. We are ready. We are ready. So let me see how Livingstone and Co will say more things. But I can't call him pastor anymore because he has shown that he's not even born again for him to be doing this kind of nonsense. Coming on social media to blackmail me. You can't blackmail me now. How? How you want to blackmail me now? When my mind declare. See, as I did, that's what I did. So that's it. Make una the chop na the zombie I blame. Oh my. Yeah, make them the chop, Abi. Someone will chop the money they go. They chop their money. Thank you so much, all. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of the week, and may God prosper you as long as you stand on the path of truth. Thank you so much, everybody. Please share this broadcast on all your social media platforms. Let people listen to the truth and get the narrative of truth. Share on all your social media platforms. Please circulate it far and wide. Let people be part of it. We want people to listen and keep listening and hearing the truth so that the truth will make them free. It's a process. It will make them free. We need freedom truly, indeed. Indeed. Freedom indeed. Freedom indeed. Freedom indeed. We need freedom indeed. These are daft people personified. You know, daftness personified in people. You know, thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the week. See you.